सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। From 6. ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां
ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां
हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति।
हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति।
भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि
भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि
यन्त्रारूढानि मायया।
यन्त्रारूढानि मायया।
तमेव शरणं गच्छ।
तमेव शरणं गच्छ।
सर्वभावेन भारत।
सर्वभावेन भारत।
तत्प्रसादात् परां शान्तिम्
तत्प्रसादात् परां शान्तिम्
प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम्।
स्थानं प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम्।
इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातम्
इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातम्
गुह्यात् गुह्यतरं मया।
गुह्यात् गुह्यतरं मया।
विमृश्यैतदशेषेण
विमृशैतदशेषेण
यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु।
यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु।
सर्वगुह्यतमं भूयः
सर्वगुह्यतमं भूयः
शृणु मे परमं वचः।
शृणु मे परमं वचः।
इष्टोऽसि मे दृढमिति
इष्टोऽसि मे दृढमिति।
ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्।
ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्।
मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः
मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः।
मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु।
मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु।
मामे वैष्यसि सत्यन्ते।
मामे वैष्यसि सत्यं ते।
प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे।
प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे।
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
मामेकं शरणं व्रज।
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः
अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
So we are going to discuss a little more on this shloka number 66. So we said this is the Charama shloka, last shloka, last teaching shloka of this, of the Bhagavad Gita. And the first one was 211, Shocyan Anvashochastvam. There also Ashocyan, Shochaha, Shocyan, first word. Shocyan Anvashochastvam, Prajnavadans cha bhashase, Gatasuna Gatasuscha, na Anushochanti. So the word Shuchaha comes 3 times there. And the Charama Shloka ends with the shloka with the words Ma Shuchaha. Shoka, Shoka words. So it seems to indicate that the whole purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is to remove Shoka. Correct? Remove Shoka, the indication. Unless we study Bhagavad Gita, we don't know. But that's how our acharyas interpret that. And sorrow. Because after all said and done, we talk about bandha, we talk about karma, we talk about jnanam, so many things we talk about. Karma yoga, chitta shuddhi and all that. Why all these things? All technical words, Brahman. Some people are asking me why we have 2 words called Brahman and Atma. Now, there is no end to this discussion. Correct? There's no how did the word Brahman come about? Then some people get into Sanskrit. People like me do bore you with a lot of Sanskrit and root and this and that. So much discussion is there. What for? Please tell me what for. Finally, your family members will ask you. Many of your members have asked you, what is this early morning class and all that? What have you learned? Tell me. 5 years, has any change happened to you? And then it puts you in a spot. What to do if somebody decides that you are no good? Then you are no good. That's it. You can't argue with them. You can't argue with them. So, what is the use of all this? So, okay, fine. An average person will understand, can clearly say, yeah, I am subject to sorrow. I don't want sorrow. No human being in this universe will get up and say, I've been happy all these years. I wish I was sad for 1 or 2 days. Not long, 1 or 2 days. Nobody says that. Okay. So that's it makes it very clear that sorrow, whatever type of sorrow, I don't want sorrow. Why anything? At least help me deal with situations so I'm never sorrowful. Okay, that's good. I'm never sorrowful. That's the key there. So that's how our acharyas look at it. And that the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to remove shokaha. And then
Guruji, you can remove
sarva.
the spotlight on Anirudh.
Oh, okay, so is Vijay here?
Guru, yeah, Guruji, I can, if you want to make me the host, I can do that.
Yeah, where are you? There you are. Okay.
Is already spotlight. No, okay.
Okay. So, Sarva Dharman also we saw. Shankaracharya says, Dharma Adharma Bhyam. Sarva Dharma Adharma. Dharma means bring in Adharma also. And because Naishkarmyam is the Tatparyam here. Naishkarmyam means what? What Shloka number 1849 also. You make a note. So there he says, Asakta Buddhis Sarvatra Jitatma Vigatas Pruhaha Naishkarmya Siddhim Paramam Sanyasena Adhigachati. So Naishkarmyam is the key word there. Nishkarmasya Bhavaha. Then what is Nishkarma? Nishkarmya is the status of a person who is called Nishkarma. And who is this Nishkarma? A Nirgatam Karma Yasya Saha. The one from whom karma has gone. One from whom karma has gone. It's called a Nishkarma. All right. All right. But then, this one, Nahi Kachit Kshanamapi Jatu Tishtatya Karma Krit is also there. There's no chance until the last breath. The last breath, the breathing also is karma. They say last breath, So, karma, breathing is karma. So, until the last breath, karma cannot be act. One cannot be free from action. Okay. So that, but then Naishkarmyam is said. That's why Gita is so important. We have to study it. But Naishkarmyam is said, no, one can be free from action. How? On the one hand, you're saying you can't be free from action, and on the other hand, you're saying actionlessness is the goal of the human being. Yeah, actionless is the goal. That shows that it is not physical action that is talked about. There has to be something else. That Atma is actionless. The nature of Atma is actionlessness. Okay, that is the Naishkarmyam being talked about, which was already said earlier. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattva with pashyan srinman sprishan jigran. Hey, despite a person being very active, pashyan srinman, Krishna uses basic actions like seeing, hearing, etc. He doesn't say he's traveling all over the world and all, he doesn't say. Just basic actions is enough. Because every other action is based on this action. Russian Shinman, despite fully engaging with the universe, with the rest of the world, Naiva Kinchit Karomi. I don't remember the Shloka number. I think it could be the 3rd or 5th chapter, I think. Forget.
Which chapter, Guruji?
So, 5th
The
chapter, right. So, Naiva Kinchit Karomiti, Yukto Manyeta, Yuktaha Manyeta Tattvavit. The knower of the truth knows that I don't do anything. I, as an Atma, doesn't do anything. Okay, so therefore, having said that, so I don't do anything means I don't do any dharma karyam, shubha karyam. I don't do any ashubha karyam also. There's a meaning of that. So therefore, dharma should include adharma. And and also, if somebody says, there are a lot of siddhantas which talk about you have to live. How long will I live? I will live as long as I have karma left. My karma left, past karma. Sanchita karma has to be exhausted. Until then, I have to live. If they say that, it seems interesting because we don't know much about Sanchita karma. And without talking about Sanchita karma, we make a statement like this. Because my karma is what giving me birth. Therefore, if I don't want another birth, what should happen? My karma should be exhausted. Karma account should be closed, zero. Should be spent off. That's correct. Mathematically, that is correct. But then, this Sanchita Karma account, we keep saying Sanchita Karma, but it's infinite. The problem is it's infinite because there's no beginning. If we could point to a beginning, then we can say from that beginning to today, okay, however long it is, Brahma Shatantare Api, 100 Brahma years, no, 100 Brahma lives also. Still it is finite. 100 Brahma's life is also, we know what number it is. So finite only, big number, very huge number, but finite. And so I can live and exhaust it. But it's not like that. Brahmaji himself doesn't know when he's going to exhaust his karma. And he is also studying Shastra if he doesn't already know it. And therefore, but Brahmaji is a jnani, no doubt. So he's given the Vedas and all that. Therefore, even by that count, by that score, you can't exhaust karma. Not possible. Neither can I say I'm not doing any karma. Today I'm not going to do any karma. I can't say that. Nor can I say I can exhaust all my karma because the karma baggage is infinite. So this getting the karma account to zero is not a correct argument. Many people say that. I heard that in Buddhism, they say you have to live some until you have as much karma as there are leaves in the tree. Okay. And then what? Some 7 lives, etc. They have a particular way of saying these things. But they talk about this finiteness of the karma, which is not correct. And so, suppose somebody says, I'm very smart. I can figure all this out. It is okay. What is a big deal? Nice saying something. It is meant for us only. And so, if it's meant for us to understand, many people have studied Gita. So, I also can study Gita. What is that? And so once I know all this, I can continue to do whatever I can do. I mean, who's going to? A few things here and there I can do. Adharma is, I can be a jnani and also be adharmic, like that. Somebody says, our Kathopanishad says there is a mantra, Kathopanishad mantra. You may want to note this down. 1.2.24. 1.2.24. So there he says, Navirato duscharita, nashanto na samahitaha, na shanta manaso vapi, prajnanena enam apnuyat. Like that it says. So there he is making it clear. This duscharita, guy who is achara, he has no achara, he is duscharita. So, Gurachari. So that guy cannot get jnanam. Like that Yama says that. And also, of course, Antakarana Shuddhi is there. It's a huge thing. And so how can a guy who is not only just duscharita, na ashantaha, samahitaha, but person must be calm also. Calm means what? Composed, must be together. All his sense organs must be under his control, etc. is mentioned in this mantra. So such a person. Therefore, adharma and jnanam can't go together. Cannot go together. So the question arises sometimes. When jnani can do whatever, jnani also has free will, Is that Upadhi has free will. So free will means anything. Anything is possible. Person can do anything. Correct. Technically, the person can do anything. But because of this, jnanam itself not obtainable without following dharma. Therefore, we have no doubt there. And then Mahabharata, there is a beautiful quotation in Mahabharata. The Shankara gives this. By the way, we are following Shankaracharya's Bhashya. Shankaracharya quotes this. Okay, this is 12.329.40. Mahabharata is huge. And you get double digits and triple digits. Okay. So you thought Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata. So you should not forget it. So there they say, Tyaja dharmam adharmam cha. Tyaja dharmam adharmam cha. So give up both dharma and adharma. Ubhe satyanrite tyaja. Ube. And then these two also you should give up. Which two? Satyam and Anritam. Truth and falsehood. Both you should give up. Okay. So now in your mind you should be able to rationalize these things. Truth and falsehood. You can't say, oh my God, I'm going after truth, and he's saying give up truth. You can't say. Why you can't say? Hey, because truth is also relative. Truth is opposite of falsehood. And so if there is falsehood, then there has to be truth. Falsehood does not have a meaning without truth. Truth cannot have a meaning without falsehood. So both are related to each other. So it's a relative idea. So all these relative ideas of truth and falsehood, give that up. Give that up. Okay. Then look at this. Ube satyanrite tyaktva. Have you done these things? Have you given up dharma and adharma? And have you given up truth and falsehood? Okay, yes, I have. Okay. Tyaktva. Having done that, yena tyajasi tat tyaja. that by which you gave up all these four things, that also you give up. Like that he's saying. That means what? Don't come back and say, I'm a great guy, I gave up all these things. Whatever made you give up, that also you give up. Means just keep your mouth shut, ityartha. And means there is so much involved here. So this idea of giving up itself, we have to give up. Because that also is an action. Giving up also is an action. And therefore, that quote is mentioned, Shankaracharya mentions this. Yena tyajasi tadapi tyaja. Okay. And Mamekam Sharanam Braja, he says. So, referring to Ishvara. And so, one interpretation of the shloka is Mamekam Sharanam Braja, seek me. Surrender to me means seek me. You give up everything else and seek me. Okay. What is the meaning of that? Hey, what are the four Purusharthas? Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. Okay. Artha, first three, Dharma, Artha, and Kama. If I want Artha, I have to do something. Only if I do something, I can get Artha. Artha is a result of karma. What about Kama? Kama also is a result of karma only. Some action only is required to gain that Kama. Pleasure. Pleasure also, one has to expend effort, time and effort to gain the pleasure. People spend so much time and money to enjoy, to enjoy. And so, karma is expensive sometimes. And so, that also requires karma to be expended. Then what about dharma? Dharma is punya papam. Therefore, punya papam also you have to act. You have to act to gain punyam and papam. You have to serve society to get punyam and papam. Okay, before that you have to serve your family to get punyam, papam, leave it aside. Punyam. So much is there. Okay. Okay. Dharma means righteousness. I want to lead a righteous life. Try leading a righteous life. Lot of effort is required. Correct? To lead a righteous life. I don't want to cut corners if somebody says it's not easy at all. Not at all easy. Otherwise, everybody would be a dharmic person. Okay. What to do, Swamiji? I have to bribe them. Yeah. It's tough call it is. Therefore, Artha, Kama, and Dharma, all of them are a result of karma, action. Karmana Arthaha, Karmana Kamaha, Karmana Dharmaha. And fourth one is moksha. Moksha. Most religions will say Karmana Mokshaha. Karmana Mokshaha. You have to be a good devotee. You have to have faith in this particular God, one particular God, and then do whatever is good. Then karma again travel is there. If you do that, what happens? I get karma phalam. Karma phalam is what? I go somewhere and then I settle down there. That is called moksha. Karma phalam. That is a karma phalam. What do we say here? Hey, here this going, coming, and all that is all. You have to grow out of all that, my dear friend. You have to grow out of going. Correct. You have to understand that going is also a karma and karma phalam also. Also, apyam is one of the four types of karma phalam. We saw that. So, therefore also, if it is not a result of karma, then moksha has to be a result of jnanam only. Because it's a siddha vastu here we are talking about. This jnanam, atma is akarta, is siddha vastu. Atma is, the essence of atma is joy. And anandaha is siddha vastu. And Atma is the one that has given me all the Ananda of these years. And so, there's no need to go anywhere to get that Purnatvam. Okay. So, therefore, Jnanena Mokshaha. Correct. And therefore, that means what? Sarva dharman parityajya means, hey, give up karma as a means for moksha. Give up the idea that by doing something I'll become happy forever. Because karma can only give dharma, artha, and kama. That is the other meaning of this sarva dharman parityajya. Give up this idea. By doing, you can only get antakarana shuddhi. You can get results, dharma, artha, and kama. But for a moksharthi, one who wants moksha, karma is important. Why? It gives antakarana shuddhi. Shloka says in Viveka Chudamani, Shloka number 11, I think. Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu palabdhaye. Viveka Chudamani number 11. We're going to study it later. Okay. Chittasya shuddhaye karma. He says karma is meant for chitta shuddhi only. I mean, it's meant for dharmartha and all that. He doesn't talk about it because we are talking about a moksharthi. Chittasya shuddhaye karma nacha vastupalabdhaye. Natu vastupalabdhaye. But not for gaining vastu. Vastu means what? Atma. Atma means what? Moksha. Not for moksha. Karma is not for moksha. Then how do I get vastu? Vastu siddhir vicharena. Because Vastu Siddhi is only by Jnanam, even Jnanam is only by inquiry, Vicharena, Vastu Siddhi is Vastu Jnanam, gaining moksha, Moksha Siddhi, Vicharena, Na Kinchit Karma Kotibihi. Whatever karma you do, even if you are the greatest sevak, philanthropist, whatever word you want to use, Na Kinchit Karma Kotibihi means forever one can be doing karma. It will only keep me going round and round. Okay. We saw another shloka a long time ago. It is from Shankara's text again. Atma Bodha. Not Viveka Chodamani, Atma Bodha. There he says, what does he say? Avirodhitaya karma. Avirodhitaya karma. Na vidyam vinivartayet. Hey. Karma is not opposed to avidya. Very important. Karma versus jnanam. These are two things that is just like two parallel tracks we've been following all throughout the Gita. Karma and jnanam. And he's saying karma itself is a result of ajnanam. Because I'm doing something to become complete, become full, to become happy. That itself is born of ajnanam. Ajnanam that I'm already the essence of ananda. My essence is ananda. But I've been looking, I got hooked to some kind of an experience, and so I keep on wanting that experience. So karma itself is a result of ajnanam. So how can karma negate ajnanam? See, the source of karma is ajnana. Therefore, I cannot use karma to neutralize ajnana. Okay, I'm trying to think of an example. So it won't come. What are the results? Okay. So anyway, come back to the shloka. Therefore, he says, avirodhitaya karma. Karma is avirodhi. Ajnana avirodhi asti. Because it itself is a product, progeny of ajnana. So progeny of ajnanam cannot counter ajnanam. Okay. Avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet. And therefore, na avidyam vinivartayet. This avidya, that's so important. And it cannot remove avidya. Then what? Vidya vidyan nihantyeva. Only vidya can remove avidya, neutralize avidya. Vidya vidyan nihantyeva. Tejastimira sankavat. Just like only light can remove darkness. Like that, Shankaracharya says that Atma Bodha. Shloka, it comes second or third shloka, it is in Atma Bodha. So, therefore, that idea of karma and jnanam can be brought here and say karma cannot be a path for moksha. Any type of karma, even the greatest deeds, cannot be a path for moksha. Because you are already muktaha. Muktaha, your atma is already muktaha. I don't know that. So you have to know it. Okay. All right. Now, there are Purva Mimamsakas. Purva Mimamsaka. Purva Mimamsa is one of this one, 6 darshanas, who believe that only karma gives moksha. Karma gives moksha. Same idea. Our darshanas, we say Purva Mimamsaka. Every religion believes the same thing. They believe only karma gives moksha and moksha is karma phalam. So jnanam is nowhere in the picture. And so Atma is free, Satchidananda, nowhere in the picture in all these religions. And not just all those religions, even here in our Veda, they are also Vedantis. They are called Purva Mimamsas. They also say, do you know what they say? They have a beautiful statement. Amna, don't write this down. Later on, Ramoji can type it for you. Amnayasya kriyarthatvat anarthakyam atadarthanam. Just listen to this. Amnayasya kriyarthatvat. Amnayaha means Veda. Vedasya. Hey, the whole purpose of Veda is to make me do stuff. Make me understand what I should do and what I should not do. That is the purpose of Veda. He makes a conclusion. Conclusion is made. Okay. Dharma, it talks about what is Dharma. Dharma is important. And why is important? Only if I am following Dharma, I can get Dharma. Punyam. So Dharma is also what I should do, what I should follow. And Dharma is also Punyam. And Punyam is so important. To go to Swarga, I need Punyam. Without Punyam, I can't go to Swarga. That's the idea. Therefore, he says the entire Veda is meant for me to do something. Amna yasya kriyarthatvat. Kriya means action. The whole purpose of Veda is to tell me. Every line of the Veda, it either tells me to do something or tells me not to do something. Because of that, then what? Amna yasya kriyarthatvat anarthakyam atadarthana. Any statement in the Veda which does not make me do something is useless. Okay, it's a very big statement. Which means what? Which means what? Suppose there is a mantra that says Tat Tvam Asi. Suppose there is a mantra that says Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. Tattvam Asi. Is it a statement that makes you do something? Makes me do something? Okay. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me do something. Aham Brahma Asmi. I am Brahma. I am Brahman. Brahman is not a statement. The only word there is Asmi. Asmi means what? Am. Am is a verb, all right, but it's not a verb that makes me do anything. It is a statement of fact. Statement of fact. The sun rises at 6 in the morning tomorrow. Suppose I say that. It doesn't make me do anything. It's a statement of fact. You are dressed up very well. Statement of fact. My daughter has graduated. Statement of fact. It is not a statement that makes you or me do anything. Nobody has to do anything. It's a statement of fact. That's all it is. I arrived at 9 p.m. last night. It's a result of action, all right, but it's a statement of fact, nothing. He says all these statements in Vedas, if at all there is such thing, there are two possibilities. Two possibilities. One possibility is it's useless. You remove the sentence out of the Veda and the Veda will still be complete. Useless. Why? Amnayasya kriyartatvat. If it doesn't make you do something, it's useless. Or Possibility number 2 is you have to connect it to a ritual that it is talking about. It's part of a bigger ritual. Okay. Like what? There is a statement that says, Indra cried. Indra cried. Tell me what is the connection between Indra's crying and what I'm supposed to do? Dasharatha is doing Putra Kameshti. And then suddenly Indra cried. Indra cried means let him cry. What? Why are you bringing that up now? Right? No. There is a purpose. Indra cried. Then what happens? The tears of Indra became silver drops. They became silver, it seems. Therefore, what? Therefore, you should not give silver as dakshina in any yaga. Okay? So, therefore, even though Indra cried, that statement is absolutely, it doesn't make me do anything. It's just a statement of something that happened long ago. But I'm going to connect it to the present, to the ritual you are doing right now and say that you should not give silver as dakshina. So therefore, that statement is not a wasted statement. It's useful. Because of that event, we have to be careful about what we do and what we do not do. Okay. So like this, there is a discussion there. So that Purva Mimamsakas, they're called. That is why the sutras, our Brahma Sutra says, Athato Brahma Jignasa. After gaining Adhikaritvam, after one has matured enough, then Brahma Jignasa must be there. The desire to know Brahma must be there. Okay, desire to know Atma must be there. Okay, that is what we say. But the Vyasa says, and we study that. And the Purva Mimamsaka, Jaimini writes a sutra. The first sutra is called Athato Dharma Jignasa. Look at the contrast. Athato Brahma Jignasa, Athato Dharma Jignasa. Desire to know Dharma and Karma. It's the entire Veda. Anyway, these are just by the way. Because the word Sarva Dharma, Dharman comes up, it's a nice opportunity for us to discuss all these things. All right.
Could you
Then,
please repeat Anarthakyam?
Anarthakyam Atadarthanam Amnayasya Kriyarthatvat Anarthakyam Atadarthanam means what? Anything that is not Kriyartham, anything that is not for the purpose of doing something is Anarthakyam. Anartha, waste, useless, irrelevant. That is very important. It is. And then, Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Mam Ekam. So I will read you this. Do I have it here? Yeah. Mam Ekam. Just let's see what Shakracharya says. Mam Ekam Sarvatmanam Samam Sarvabhutassthitam Ishvaram Achyutam Garbha Janma Jara Marana Marjitam Aham Eva Iti Evam Charanam Braja. That is the meaning Shankaracharya gives. Mam Ekam. So that shows Mam Ekam. So if the Hare Krishna says Mam means look, Krishna is saying Mam means Krishna. Exclude all Devatas, all the other gods you have in your puja room. It's a waste. Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Okay, that's the immediate meaning of this shloka. The immediate meaning. And so, all this Varuna, Agni, everything is there. They're all at best, they can help you inch forward and gain some bhakti. And then the Agni should take you to Krishna. Varuna should take you to Krishna. Sri Rama also should take you to Krishna. Why? Because Sri Rama, Krishna is there. Otherwise, why should there be Krishna if Sri Rama gave us moksha? Krishna should not have come if Rama completed the job. No, he didn't complete the job. He set up everything and then he brought Krishna. So therefore, very, very catchy arguments you can give. And so, you know what they say? The same thing other religions also say. Our famous religion, Christianity, they say it literally. I've heard a pastor talking like this. They say Hinduism, okay, at worst, all of us are devil worshippers. Devil worshippers. We're all worshipping devil. It's because God is there. And so we're all these names, there's no hope for us. We're all worshipping devil. But there is some hope. They give us a little bit of hope. What is the hope? They say these gods prepare ourselves in order for us to go to God. These our gods with a lowercase g prepare ourselves to go to the uppercase G God. That's what they say. This is the Christian view. So that is same thing here also in our religion also. They say all gods, okay, you keep doing it, but don't forget Krishna, Sri Krishna. Same idea only it is. And so that is a very raw interpretation of this shloka. And so we have to interpret this based on everything else Krishna has said all through from the beginning to the end. That is why. So what did Krishna say all through? Kshetrajnan chapi mam vidhi is there. Okay, so many other statements are there. Jnanam is praised. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. There is so much going on. Karmanya karma yah pashyed akarmani cha karma yaha. Did you understand that statement? Naishkarmya siddhim paramam. Did you understand? Naiva kinchit karomiti. Did you understand the statement? If you understood it, how can you even say Mam is equal to Krishna? Not possible at all. Okay. And so that's why to interpret a particular shloka in this Bhagavad Gita, you have to know the entire Gita. But to know the entire Gita, I have to know how to interpret each shloka. This is called catch 22. This is called catch 22. It is like it is like saying, telling the newly graduated person, yeah, we are all hiring, but you need to have 2 years of work experience. You're all hiring, but 2 years of work experience? I'm a new graduate. So, sorry, I can't help it. And so, to get work experience, I need a job. But to get a job, I need work experience. Catch 22. In America, every Indian knows this. Every Indian who left India and settled in America knows this very well. You graduated, good for the job. We need a green card in order to hire you. You must be a US citizen or you can be a permanent resident, green card holder. Green card. But green card, only a company can hire me and then apply for green card and get me a green card. And if you don't hire me, I can't get a green card. No, if you have a green card only, we'll hire you. You ask any Indian in America, they have gone through this process. They've gone through it. Catch-22 situation. Somehow we come out somewhere, some company says we'll hire you, and then some process happens. Okay, amazing it is. And Puja Swami, I remember long ago, he gave an example. It's like it's a old village example. Somebody is mentally deranged. See, those days, villages and all, everybody is a mix. Everybody is there. You can see all types of people. And then they will say, you know what, there is a solution for this guy. You marry him, he will become all right. You marry this person, he'll become all right. Wow, they have solution for everything, I tell you. As though a lot of girls are waiting in line to marry this guy. No, nobody is going to marry me. Which sane girl will marry a mentally deranged boy? No, not going to happen. Therefore, catch 22. I have to marry in order to get better. And then I have to get better in order to marry also. Both won't work out. Same thing with Bhagavad Gita. That's why they say don't pick up a book when you don't know anything about these scriptures. Picking up a book and studying will not help you. May give you some insights. Some ideas you will get, no doubt. Some ideas will be there. But since there is nobody to answer your questions, because question is such a thing that we're trying to understand. It won't take you anywhere. You have to rely on whatever you know right now and then keep interpreting. So it's a difficult, tough one. So me alone, Mam Ekam, we are looking at that. And Kshetragyan Chapi Mam Vidhi, he had said earlier. So the whole universe can be divided into Chetanam and Achetanam. Rajari uses the word Sarvatma. We are coming to that Sarvatma, right? Sarvatma means what? The essence of everything. Essence of everything. Suppose you say consciousness is the essence of everything. But then there are some conscious things in this world. There are some insentient, non-living, living and non-living. Suppose you divide the universe into two, living and non-living. Then I am consciousness, if Krishna says, then it only appears to these conscious beings, living beings only. No, that's not correct. The insentient, non-living beings also, the essence of that also is that same Atma. Same Atma, even though it doesn't appear to be conscious. Okay, we've seen that before. And so, that Brahma, that consciousness, even to say that this tree exists, even to say that these things exist, the road exists, the car, you can't see it without being conscious of the car. If you take consciousness away, then nothing can exist. Okay, nothing can exist. That's why this existence is such an important topic. They have a topic called ontology. In sciences, one of the sciences is ontology. And ontology is the study of existence. Ontological, they use those words. Ontological means existentially, from the point of view of existence, like that they say. But how much they have studied, what kind of stuff they're doing, I don't know. I'm not following that. But that is supposed to be. This is what we are talking about here. So that existence is this Atma, Sarva Atma, Shankaracharya says. The existence that supports everything, the essence of everything. Satyam, also we can use the word Satyam, Satyam of everything in the universe. The essence of everything in the universe is Sarvatma. Okay. Then, Sarva Bhuta Sthitam, Sarva Bhutastamatmanam, Sarva Bhutastamatmanam. And there is something, I forget that.
Sarvabhutani Chatmani.
Huh?
Sarvabhutani
Sarvabhutani Chatmani.
Sarvabhutani Chatmani, Sarvabhutastam Sarvabhutani Cha Atmani. There is it. Sarvabhutani Cha Atmani. All beings are in that Atma. And Sarvabhutastitam. Atma also is there in all beings. Both have to be said. Otherwise, what happens? Atma is there in all beings. Then what? Atma is there. Okay, that everybody knows. You don't have to tell in India, you don't have to tell anybody that statement. Atma is there. Atma is there in all beings. And Atma is there means you're pointing to heart. Somewhere here only it is. Atma. Atma. This is very beautiful. Hridayam. In Katha Upanishad, we saw Hridayam so many times. So, Atma is there in all beings is okay. But you have to back it up by saying all beings are in Atma. Then Atma is in being. Being is in Atma. If you say being is equal to Atma, correct? The being is all pervaded by Atma. There is nothing but Atma. All that is Krishna's way of saying Sarva Bhutastitam. And then Sarva Bhutani Cha Atmani. And of course, another verse is there. Matstani Sarvabhutani Nachaham Teshvavastitaha Nacha Matstani Bhutani. It's a different way of saying the same thing. Pashyame Yogam Aishwaram. So, Those things we can bring here. Samam, Ishvaram, Samam, Samam. Hey, the Atma in me and Atma in you is same. There's no 2, 3 Atmas, etc. Ekam, because Shankara is explaining the word Ekam, remember. Mam Ekam is explained, right? Samam, Ishvaram, Ishvaram. Okay, Achyutam, Achyutam. That Atma which doesn't brook any change at all. Nirvikaram, Achyutam. And then Garbha, Janma, Jara, Marana, Varjitam. जो गर्भ वर्जित है, जन्म वर्जित है, jara, marana, old age, death, all these things do not apply to that ekam. That is ekam. That atma is ekam. And then not enough. Not enough. Then Shankara concludes, aham, in quotes, aham eva iti. This Brahma is Avinashi and all, you say it's not used, it's not enough. That has nothing, that is just become theory. Theory. What is practice? Aham eva, that Brahma is me. This is where moksha is. That's the beauty. Aham eva iti evam sharanam braja, Shankaracharya says. He brings Krishna's words now. Iti evam sharanam braja. That sharanam braja is, you understand Brahma and you understand the self as Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Aham Brahma Asmi. Simply saying Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is not enough. Or simply saying Mano Buddhya Hankara Chitta Ninaham Nacha Shrotra Jigve. That also is not enough. That is only half. That is easy, in fact. And so you have to go from Atma to Brahma. You have to go from Brahma to Atma. Either way, for the whole thing to be complete. Aham eva iti Ishwaram aham eva. I am Ishvara, essentially. Iti evam sharanam vraja. In this manner, you do sharanam. Sharanam. That is the meaning of sharanam, Shankaracharya gives. See how much they have stretched our understanding. How much they have tried to direct us towards this. And then finally, he's concluding. Shankaracharya is saying, look at what he's saying. Na mattaha anyat asti iti. Na mattaha anyat asti. There is nothing other than me. Na mattaha anyat asti. Mattaha anyat nasti. Other than me, there is nothing. Other than me, there is nothing means obviously it is not referring to my body, me. It is not referring to my mind, me. It is not referring to my ahankara. It is not referring to any upadhi at all. It is not even referring to the speaker, me. When the speaker says, Bhattaha anyat nasti. Yeah, you need an upadhi for speaking because Atma cannot speak. So when I say Mattaha anyat nasti, it means other than Atma, I. The wave should say, instead of saying, I have to urgently go and seek God, seek the ocean, it has to begin to understand that really speaking, I am part of the ocean. Vishishtadvaita. I am part of the ocean. Wave is part of the ocean. Correct statement. If I take wave as I and nothing other than the wave as I, then I am part of the ocean. Vishishtadvaita. Jiva is an amsha, part of the entire Ishvara, Vishnu. Okay, I am part of the ocean. Then how will you go to meet God then? Why do you have to go anywhere? That's where the slight problem is there. A wave doesn't have to go anywhere to meet ocean. The wave is part of the ocean. Look anywhere, the ocean is there. Okay. Or wave can say, hey, I am not wave. I'm really water. That is who I am. That's my essence. You're putting the I on wave. Right. So that's the growth that we have seen, gone through all these chapters. Na mattaha anyat asti, the wave can say, there is nothing other than water. If Ishvara comes and knocks on my door, what will I do? Hey, water, come on. You have a different upadhi, I have a different upadhi. Yeah, that's fine. You also are coming, I am also going. Okay, whatever, you can have a joyful time with Ishvara, Bhagavan. And so, na mattaha anyat asti iti avadharaya. In this manner, understand. Avadharaya means understand. In this manner, you understand that ityarthaha. Shankaracharya concludes the Bhashyam that way. Ityarthaha. That is the meaning. Understand Brahma, understand Atma, understand that Atma is not different from Brahma, Brahma is not different from Atma. Like that you understand. That is the meaning of Sharanam Braja. Like that he's saying. So, then some interesting other small things are there. Like surrender. If you take the meaning as surrender, literal surrender. A person, a thief can surrender whatever that he stole. He can surrender. He can surrender. I remember once long ago, when we were kids, our house was burgled. We come home and then you see the door open and then that gives a shock. And then we go inside, things are strewn all over. And then you see, he tried to open the Godrej. They used to have this Godrej, big bureau. And he tried to open it, he couldn't find the key. He just tried hard. That way, I think these are all very secure things. But he stole some things and all. And then there was a police case and all that. And I remember going to the police station with my father. Those days, I was probably in third grade or something, fourth grade, something like that. And he surrendered some things like that. My father actually got some things from there, from the police station back home. I was actually surprised. How can he even get something back? So the guy surrendered something. Surrendered. He was caught. Surrendered. He could do that. And so then the question becomes, who is surrendering to whom? Who surrendered? I surrendered. And I surrendered. If I surrender, whatever I surrender cannot be me, no? It cannot be, because the thief surrendered some stolen objects. I can only surrender objects. And which object did I surrender? I surrendered myself. How is it possible? That's not even possible. After
Jivatman.
surrendering, and after surrendering, do you exist or not? Because I surrendered means I'm gone, right? I've disappeared. Am I there? All these questions will come. Surrendering. Ego cannot surrender itself. No chance. Ego can understand itself as mithya. That ego can do, but ego cannot surrender itself. Because ego is there. It is going to be there all the time. And so these are some of the problems with surrender as a bhavana is excellent. That's a bhavana we always develop. Sharanagati. No, I'll take whatever Bhagavan gives me. That is surrender. That's an excellent bhavana. We need all of that. We need that. Constantly we need that. That is good. But it doesn't solve my problem. If you want a solution to the problem, then you have to interpret the Sharanam differently. That surrender bhavana, I get antakarana shuddhi. I get immunity from the life's vicissitudes, ups and downs. Amazing it is. That bhavana is too good. Sharanagati bhavana. But Sharanagati bhavana does not solve my problem. I'm waiting to go to heaven. And even if I go to heaven, problems may not be solved. Who knows? Okay. Punarapi Maranam, Puranapi Jaranam is there. Who's going to stop all this? Therefore, it does not solve my problems permanently. And so, those are some of the problems with surrender. And then, Sarva Papebhyaha Mokshayishyami. But if Atma has no problem, who is getting free? Atma is no Papa Punya. Atma is Avinashi. Atma is Purnam, everything. And so, Aham Tva Mokshayishyami. I will free you. You just told me you are Atma. Everybody is Atma. Brahman is Atma. And so, you are going to be free means what? This is so the you that thought that you were bound, that Jiva, that thought that came with a problem to begin with. Bhagavan doesn't say you have a problem. You only came to Bhagavan with a problem. Bhagavan will never say you have a problem because there is really no problem. Unless I come to Bhagavan and say there is a problem, then that problem has to be addressed. What to do? Person sees a snake only and then runs away and say help, help. Then you help the person. Then you have to calm the person down and say okay, and take slowly, and then say there's really no snake. It takes a long time for that step process to happen, and so therefore here also, who is released? Really speaking, nobody is released. Mokshayishyami, I will free you. Who got freed? Okay, the Jiva, the confused Jiva got freed. Atma was never freed. It was always free to begin with. Nobody, Atma doesn't need any help. Atma does not need moksha. Okay, we say Jiva gets moksha. That's fine. That's fine. So, because a problem was there, okay, an as though problem requires an as though solution. Amazing. All right. So, Anadipena Bhaswata. All right. So that's the essence of the shloka. Looking at Shankaracharya's Bhashyam, we had another opportunity to discuss that. I was looking at Pujya Swamiji's book and taking some points from there. So, न मत्तः अन्यत् अस्ति इति अवधारय इत्यर्थः. That's how Shankaracharya concludes. So, with that this shloka concludes. We'll continue.
7-7.
Huh?
7-7.
7, huh?
Dhananjaya. Mattadasti Dhananjaya.
Correct, correct. So that is 7-7, correct? Nanyadasti, like that. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ధన్యవాదాలు జయకుమార్.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు జయకుమార్.
Yeah, so Ramoji has given that mantra. Any questions?
Jayakumar,
Yeah,
you were supposed to translate the previous shloka, right?
right. We're supposed to do that.
Given in the
But I
WhatsApp.
thought you did it on the WhatsApp.
Yes, yes. Both are there now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got it on WhatsApp.
So Araji, I sent it on WhatsApp. I'll read it to you. So
It's okay, Jayakumar. I will look in the WhatsApp.
yeah, fix the mind on me. You can write this down. Already asked, that's completed. Many people may not have seen it. 865th shloka. Fix the mind on me. Full stop. Be my devotee. Full stop. Be my worshipper. Full stop. Be my devotee. Be my worshipper. Surrender to me. Full stop. You shall reach me alone. I truly promise you. I truly promise to you. Promise you or to you? I truly promise you. Full stop. You are dear to me. So it reads like this. Fix the mind on me. Be my devotee. Be my worshipper. Surrender to me. You shall reach me alone. I truly promise you. You are dear to me. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah.
Namaste, Jai Kumar ji.
Namaste.
So, you mentioned Amnaya means Veda, correct?
Yeah.
And so in all the Shankara matas, they have this. So the Kanchikama Koti Peetam will say Moolam Naya, and the Shankari will say Dakshinam Naya. So the Amnaya is Vedam. So it's a Vaidika Peetams. That's what it means.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Dakshinam Naya. Singeri. Yeah, Maheshji, go ahead.
Jagmaji, namaste. Our question is, we said we can't get moksha by karma, right? But to get vidya, we need to do karma, correct?
Okay.
So I'm saying is, even for a mumukshu, he has to do some action to obtain that vidya, or for the removal of avidya,
Right.
which involves some action.
Right. Right. Which involves a lot of action, in fact. Some action, you're being very, very nice by saying some action. But it involves a
No,
lot
I'm
of
saying,
action.
at least some action, at least.
Right. Right. So what do we say? Hey, yeah, all action is required. Coming to class is a lot of effort. Getting up for some of us in the morning is a lot of effort. And action, you have to do a lot of action. And you have to not do certain things because reprioritization is another effort, huge effort it is. Life has to be reprioritized. And then changing of focus is another thing. And then putting up with all other members and all that and friends is another thing. So much action is involved in this pursuit. That's what Maheshji is asking. And how can you say action does not give moksha? This is how it is. So yeah, so it's not difficult to understand. Hey, all those are supportive actions needed. But Shravanam, there is no free will involved in Shravanam, suppose I say. You are keeping your ears open. Okay? The student is keeping the ears open. Okay? Shravanam, words are being heard. Even you can't say, I'm hearing. I heard Guruji and all also, we can't say, really speaking. You know why? Because the job of the ears is to hear. Whether you like it or not, you'll be listening to these words. If the ears are open and the mind is behind the ears, you can't stop the hearing. That's why we say in Shravanam, there is no free will involved. Free will is involved in Mananam. You take a point and say, wait a minute, how's that? That doesn't make sense to me. Then you have to think it through. Lot of free will is involved. Shravanam, no free will is involved. That's why in meditation, what we do is, Swamiji would always say, he will say, these words are being heard. Like that, he will say. Because we are doing nothing in meditation. These words are being heard. You can't even say for the next 2 minutes, I don't want to hear anything. You can't say that. Why? Because that's not your job. Ears are there, mind is there, means you will hear it. There is no free will involved. Means there is no action involved. In Shravanam, Shravanam will take care of this. Any understanding that happens, no free will involved. Really speaking, your free will is not involved in understanding what
But
Krishna is.
to do even Shravanam, unless your mind is behind that, you won't hear a word. So for which, to bring the mind to focus on that, there's some action required, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. It's all there. A lot of action is involved, I told you. Focusing action is involved. Trying to you just dozing off, no action is required. But then to wake up, action is required. Oh my God, class is going on. Action. Constant action is there, correct. But for jnanam, no action is required. If action is required for jnanam, then you can get moksha in no minute, in a second. That also it's not in our hands. Why it's not in our hands? Because it's not in our hands. Free will will not work. Free will not work. In fact, you think about it. I want all of you to go home and think about it. Everything we studied from KG onwards, whatever onwards, the child comes home and says, I know how to write A, B, C, D. The teacher can at best provide an environment and then create all these sound bites and all the show tamasha that's happening in the class and hope that the student will grasp what I'm saying. Teacher can only hope. These things have worked in the past. I'm sure it will work this time also. The jnanam is not in the teacher's hands. It happens. The child has to pick it up. The child doesn't pick up, it's a problem for the teacher. That's why many teachers can't handle students who say they don't understand. They're lagging behind in class and all that. So it requires a lot. That requires a lot of effort. But no, free will and knowledge do not go together, even though a lot of effort is required. I want all of you to think about it first. Think about it. We don't pay much attention to it, but that is the beauty of knowledge. Knowledge happens when it should happen. When the environment is right, when the setup is all perfect, then knowledge arises. For which everything you said is true. You have to work hard for it. Everything is true. Therefore, then we say, don't conclude that karmana moksha, jnanena moksha. That knowledge is what gives you moksha.
I mean, I thought the interpretation was like, just like other things, you cannot do a yaga and get moksha. So that is what I thought the interpretation was. In other words, because Veda says so many things, you do this, you get this, you do this, you get this, or whatever. Right? We quoted few things all along. So like that, you can't do this. You cannot do Nachiketas Agni and then get moksha.
Correct. So
that is what that was my interpretation of action.
Right.
Not the effort to learn.
Yeah. So I hope all of you are following the discussion. Good question there again. Through Vedic rituals, moksha. Maheshji thought that Vedic rituals cannot give me moksha. But then suddenly we are saying no action can give moksha. Even non-Vedic actions, Vedic actions, secular, non-secular, religious, whatever it is, religious, okay, at least religious you put there. in the Vedic category. Then non-religious actions. The problem there is no such thing as a non-religious action. That's one problem. Keep that aside. That problem you keep it aside for now. But let's talk about secular actions. Brushing the teeth. Nobody will say, I did a religious, very sacred religious act. I brushed my teeth and came. Nobody will say that. But like this, we have all these karmas. Coming to class is a karma. Sitting in class is a karma. Everything is a karma. Buying books is a karma. Okay, buying computer is a karma. Fixing the computer is karma. So much karma is required to attend one class. Okay, one class, so much effort is required. Registration, we make you do all kinds of work. And Mundaka is starting tomorrow. And so much karma is required. Correct. Exactly. Even that karma, Maheshji, even that karma which is directly connected to your pursuit right now. A lot of karma is connected to the current pursuit. All the yagas, homas I did and all is different purpose. I never did a homa for moksha. I did a homa for other things. Okay, at least that I can keep it separate. But even all this karma that's going on right now, does it give moksha or not? You have to think about it. We are saying that no karma gives moksha. We are not saying Vaidika karma cannot give moksha. All karma cannot give moksha. So,
Jaykumarji, Bhagavan
But
says in
karma doesn't, no karma gives moksha, I agree. But karma is an ubadhi or a path to get that knowledge. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, if you understood karma cannot give moksha, you can say anything about karma. It's a required, it's an answer.
But my point was that karma is required to remove avidya. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying that nakinchit karma koti bihi, Shankara says, no amount of karma can remove avidya.
Yeah, the karma itself cannot remove, but if I consider karma as a cause, or to say my attempt to come to the class, to listen to the class, or read about it later, whatever I do, effort I put, but the phalam is the jnana.
Yeah, karma phalam. The karma, all the karma you did is very much true. It's real. And it has a phalam. What is the phalam?
I will get the knowledge.
No, the phalam of buying a book is you now have a book to rely on. That is the phalam of the karma. You drove all the way to come to class. Okay, yeah, it's a lot of karma. What is the phalam of the karma? Coming to class is the phalam of that karma.
True. That
part. That part only it is. That's all it can do. Karma is limited.
No, I'm saying is, once you come to the class, I may not pay attention. Right?
Okay. Right. Then you have to do a karma. It's called what?
Right.
Pay attention. You have to tell yourself, pay attention. Correct. So that's the result. Pay attention. That gut. You're bringing that yourself to the class.
If you slice this into smaller this thing, each karma phala, eventually that is how you get that understanding, isn't it? Or knowledge.
You just said the karma phalam. You just said karma phalam.
Yeah,
Every karma has a karma.
Correct.
Let it be.
So the karma itself, by itself, will not give moksha, but karma is required to get the jnanam, to get the moksha. That's all I am trying to say. If you say directly, you say I come to the class and I get moksha, yeah, I agree. That's not happening.
Yes, you agreed that karma gives karma phalam. We are not saying karma has no phalam. No, that's not what we are saying. Karma does have karma phalam. And yeah. So you agreed So that karma has karma phalam. We agree that karma does have karma phalam. Karma cannot not have karma phalam. Okay, let's do that. And so once it gives a karma phalam, it's gone. The effect of karma is gone.
Agreed. That's what I'm saying. That is what you don't give that, but it is a necessary step. Let me put it this way: necessary series of steps, or if you want to call it, if you divide into small things.
Fine. That's fine. You can say that. But karma does not give moksha.
Yeah, karma itself doesn't give moksha. But if I say I don't want to do karma, so I don't want to come to the class, I can't get that right. So that's my point. That was my point. Nor there is something written in Veda say that you do this yajna, yaga, or dhanam or something, you get moksha. That also is not. That is what I meant. Maybe I don't know whether I came across correctly, but
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. I want you all to think about it. This is,
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to just say something and then walk away. I don't want it to be like
No.
that.
Think about it.
Yeah, think about it. No, it's an important question. All right. Anything else?
And also one other thing, Jagmaji, we talked about this Sanchita Karma, right? But in Tattva Bodha, I remember we learning that once you get Brahma Jnana or thing, the Sanchita Karma is nullified. Correct? That's what the statement was.
Right. So,
Right? He doesn't have any Agami Karma or something, but this Sanchita Karma, whatever the bags you got, is nullified. And I know there was questioning, what happened to that karma? I mean, how does it get nullified and all that? And they said that somebody who abuses or talk ill of a person who is a Brahmajnani will acquire or inherit, so to speak, that Sanchita karma. Am I correct?
he says that. Tattva says that. Correct.
Yeah, Tattva.
Says that. There is another view also. I think I said this. There is another view also. Let me say this for completion. What is the other view? The person committed a murder, killed somebody, by mistake killed somebody, and he's actually scared. Oh my God, I killed somebody. And the case of the dharmic person, he killed somebody, he's in tears and he's anxious and he doesn't know what to do. And it has become a police case and it's going on and on. Okay. And then he wakes up because he was sleeping, this is a dream. He wakes up. Now tell me now, what happened to the murder? Who's going to give this guy punishment? What's going to happen to this guy? Somebody died. He has to pay the price also. What happens now? So in that view, this whole thing is a projection. And so when you understand that it's projection, then there's really no reality to it. Now, we can't give that argument in the dream to waking, we can make that statement. Argument. The waking, you can't make that argument. But as far as moksha is concerned, it's like that. It's like that. Sanchita karma vaporizes like that. There's nobody for Sanchita karma to hang on to. The account holder is passed away, is deceased. And so, here the government or state can take control of the assets and all that may be there.
Yeah.
But there is nobody to own it up. And so it's gone forever. Like that. There is another view like that.
Right. Government acquires its estate.
Disappears into Chaitanya. Okay, Sanchita is not fructified, And so it needs an owner. It needs a karta. Without a karta, Sanchita karma is an orphan. Gets orphaned. Swamiji gave an example. Shall I say it now? Said, there is a guy called Ahmad. He had 3 wives, Fatima, Begum, and I don't know, his names I have to choose properly. Fatima, Begum, and Bibi. Fatima, Begum, and Bibi. 3 wives he had. And then one day he died. Tell me who became the first widow? No, there is no first widow. There is no that Sanchitarma goes, then Prarabdha Karma goes, then Agami Karma goes. Not like that. All 3 become widows at the same time. And so Agami gone, Prarabdha also gone. Prarabdha gone. Wait a minute. You're okay, and Sanchita also gone. Correct? But Prarabdha is gone means life is gone. Only when life ends, Prarabdha ends. But he only got moksha. Jnanam, Kartritvam is gone. How can Prarabdha go? As far as this person is concerned, Prarabdha also is gone. There is no karma. For the onlooker, Prarabdha continues. For the Laukika person, Prarabdha continues. Okay, let it continue. That's how it is. Setup is like that. So, there is that view also. There is that view.
And no Agami because he is henceforth he is a Akarta.
Correct. No Agami. Nothing can stick to him. Even Pashyan Shinvan Sprishan Api. Yeah. Correct. Vidya, go ahead.
So, Jaykumar ji, well, it's clear that karma won't produce moksham, but all this Vaidik karma, puja, parayanam, various homams, everything that we would have done and continuing to do, is all creating punyam so that we can, have the liberty to sit in a class like this, for example, right? And get the opportunity. So, I think none of us should discount the importance of all those puja, parayanam, homam, syagams, everything.
Correct. Correct. So, punyam is needed to come to an environment where I can even begin to be exposed to all these wonderful realities. And that to Advaita Vedanta also there is a shloka. It says, Ishvara anugrahadeva pumsam advaita vasana. That advaita vasana, that there is such a thing called advaita. Even to listen to something like this for some time, and then say, yeah, this is possible. Oh, this seems like the possibility. This seems so important. Even to get that idea, this requires a lot of punyam, no doubt about that. So punyam is needed. So we definitely get punyam. Then once that grasp is there, now I can get punyam. What will be my prayer now? Tell me. My prayer is now more focused. The focus is may I get Antakarana Shuddhi. May I continue to study. May I have no obstacles in my study. Ganesha Chaturthi, I can have that puja. Hey Ganesha, you are the man behind all these things. Stop. I don't want, just clear the way for me. I want to attend more classes. One more class I've registered. I don't know if I'll be able to attend the class or not. I make sure I attend it. Okay, that becomes the prayer now. Now the prayer is focused. Punyam slowly just goes away from the radar. Punyam goes away from the radar. Goes away, literally. Because now this Advaita Vasana has taken hold. And the pursuit is becoming solidified. And so my prayer is just to help me in that pursuit. And that's why we also say that this pursuit does not create punyam. Very important. Guru Seva can create punyam. But the study of Advaita Vedanta, Punyam level is very low. We have no karma involved. Punyam is there, karma phalam. If karma is there, proportionally karma phalam will be there. What karma is involved in the study, tell me? In fact, zero karma, therefore zero punyam you get. You have to think about all this. That's why this study is so beautiful. So beautiful. It all comes together. Correct? Think about it, Vaidyaji.
Paramahansanji always says, Chitta Shuddha Dwara, Karma Yoga Dwara, Guru Prapti Dwara, Sravana Dwara, Manana Dwara, Nididhyasana Dwara, Moksham Prapyate. That way it is indirectly you get it. It is.
Correct. Correct. So anyway, think about it. These are all very good points to mull over and assimilate. All right. So we'll pause with that. Okay. Satyaji has written a message. Is it not true that Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga are all one thread and they are studied as separate for convenience and understanding? Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Like separately they're studied because we are also new to all these things. We have gotten uprooted completely and our family traditions are lost and family, they don't know much and we are all individuals, picking up the thread somehow, somewhere. And our parents may not be like what you are. And so, given that, if a tradition was there, then these questions won't arise at all. Because the tradition helps us take forward. If they have an idea of moksha, they follow it. Follow it through completely. Completely. My great grandparents were sannyasis, three of them. Every year they do an aradhana in the village where I was born. Today, where is sannyasa? They'll ask, what is sannyasa? They have a respect for sannyasa, but you don't hear people saying, I want to take sannyasa. The tradition is gone. So, yeah, you're correct. You're correct. For convenience, we split it like that so that at least we can gain something from this tradition. So, you're correct. Anything else in the chat? Oh, yeah, all noise. Correct. Let's stop it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Dhanyawada.
Dhanyavadaha, Maji.
Hari Om
Thank
Guruji.
you.
Thank you.
Dhanyawad Guruji.
Dhanyawad. Dhanyawada Guruji.
Thank you all very much.